So why does the US want to stay in Syria so bad? Like, what exactly are we doing there? Well, according to Nikki Haley, the psychic ambassador to the United Nations, we're there to keep watch on the Iranians now. It's not just about fighting ISIS, because, ISIS is our boys anyway, let's not kid ourselves. We gotta babysit the Iranians. Why do we have to babysit the Iranians? Well, they have all that oil, they dumped the dollar, which is an unforgivable sin. The last guy who dumped the dollar died by having a bayonet shoved up his ass. Literally. That is what they did to Muammar Gaddafi. And we're the good guys, right? Yeah, we anally rape people with bayonets. We're the good guys. Really. No wonder everybody hates us. They just won't say it because they don't want to have the same thing happen to them. But, Iran has dropped the dollar as a reserve currency, and so they cannot be permitted to live. Now, can they? Iran is minding its own business. Everybody in the U.S. Says that, they're the number one sponsor of terrorism. No, that's Saudi Arabia. That's our boys. Iran, no, they don't sponsor terror. They have better things to do. They're generally non-aggressive. They haven't invaded another country in over 100 years. So, this whole demonization of Iran thing, which has now been stepped up with this, the Iranians are buying ads on Facebook to influence the election. Look, you didn't fool anybody when you did that shit with Russia. Nobody gives a shit about Russia, still. It's not going to work with Iran either. Do you have any new tricks in that bag of yours, or are we just going to be subject to increasingly threadbare renditions of the same old standards? It's getting embarrassing. Seriously. It's time to put that shit to bed. Your propaganda skills ain't what they used to be. You're morally and fiscally bankrupt, and you're embarrassing yourself. Worse, you're embarrassing America. Those of us who, unfortunately, now have to deal with the consequences of your actions. America used to be a not so bad a place. I'm not going to say it was the best country in the world. However, its founding ideals were pretty admirable, and now none of them really apply. What? Freedom of speech? Freedom of assembly? Freedom of the press? What? No, we live in a fascist shithole, and we didn't used to. And you have some apologies to make, I think. Start doing that now. Stop blowing up other countries. We're not going to be at the top for much longer. I think give it maybe 5 years before the petrodollar is toast. So I would say sell your dollar holdings and get the fuck out of America, because this shit ain't long for this world.